What part of being an adult were you absolutely not prepared for? Parents getting old. Planning out a week's worth of meals before going to the grocery store and then not wanting to eat the meal I planned but doing it anyway. Edit, thanks for the gold. Worst part of this is remembering being a kid and having a go at your mom for buying the same shit week in week out, and then you get to adulthood and realize how impossible it is to plan a week's meals just for yourself and that your mom was a literal hero because she managed this every week. I need to call my mom and say sorry and thanks because this was definitely me as a kid. Rung my mom a week into moving out about bathroom mess. Went down like, hey mom, so bathroom get dirty really quick, hey, just thinking how ours was never dirty ever, did you seriously clean it every single day? Yes llama. Jesus, this is gonna be harder than I thought. Yep. She cleaned it every day? Holy crap, how? When you clean something often, it is easier to keep it clean. It also really doesn't take that long to clean a bathroom. I can do mine in about 15 minutes. It is the procrastination that makes it seem like hard, daunting work. Interviewing for jobs that I don't really want. Edit, wow. Thank you popping my gold cherry. Why should we hire you? Because you need someone to put items on the shelf. FFS. I have arms and can do this for you in exchange for cash. Still thinking my parents are adults but am not. Edit, whoa, thanks all, this really blew up overnight. Whoever gave me silver, you're awesome. Feeling very internet famous right now. Am constantly looking for a more qualified adult for supervision. I volunteered at a lot of events where I was the adult and was confused when people no more than 5 years younger than me approached me like an authority figure. Some guy called me sir and I was like, WTF bitch, shut your mouth, in my head of course. I later found out he was barely 5 years younger. Gave me a power trip for a while, walking around like I was the CEO of some company until my actual boss came in and started ordering me around in front of everyone. There's always a bigger fish. There's always adulterer. If it's even a word. Adulterer. Yes. Where can I find me an adulterer in times like this? Realizing that time does in fact fly by. Edit, thank you kind strangers for my first gold. A wise man once said the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Having all my close friends slowly drift apart. Yeah, this. All those board games collecting dust. The fact that my progress in life, emotional, mental and physical, is completely and wholly my responsibility. No one really pushes you to do the right thing, it's ridiculously daunting. This. If I don't motivate myself to do something, I'll never make any progress. When you're young you have parents, teachers, etc. to push you, but when you're an adult you have to do everything yourself. Or they didn't push you because you did all right enough not to fail or draw attention. It followed into adulthood and you've just kind of been skating by, only to now you realize you've set yourself back years of actual progress and stability as an adult. This shit is the core of my anxiety. Edit, thanks for the silver? I feel like it's ever so fitting given the context XD. It's always nice to hear someone that feels the same as you do. I've been trying to handle this type of anxiety for the last few months. It's not that I'm stupid or anything, I just never had a reason to try and do things as good as I know I can. There's always something you have to do. Like even when relaxing there's things you really should be doing. Every time I'm trying to relax these days I feel guilty that I'm not doing something else. It sucks. I do ironing in front of the TV. Closest I get to relaxing. I think that's the most adult thing I've seen since I was a kid. Is it during the morning news? How quickly it happened. I am turning 27 this year. And I know that doesn't seem that old to many people, but in my head I'm honestly still about 19. Except my body doesn't feel like 19, it feels at least 119, it just seems to have flown by. You know, I'm 28 and when I graduated college and entered the workforce I felt like a little kid. 5 years in the workforce and I still felt like a 20-year-old college kid. Then I got divorced. It's probably the worst thing that's ever happened to me, and really all of 2018 was me experiencing a sustained mental crisis about it. And now abruptly, I feel like I'm 35. Edit, I appreciate all the replies and the gold. To be clear, I don't necessarily think feeling 35 is bad. It's more like a terrible time in my life bootstrapped me from child to man in the span of a year. It's a hard paradox to swallow. I daily wish that relationship hadn't failed, but I also recognize that if it hadn't, I wouldn't have grown and would be the same person who allowed it to fail. I have a 65-year-old coworker that says he still feels like a kid. He remembers chasing trains like it was yesterday. I don't think we ever fully grow up. Tons of things, but the one thing I never heard anyone else say, maybe they really don't have it or just don't want to say, is having to figure out how to bolster yourself, inspire yourself and reward yourself. As kids, we get parents, teachers, etc. who, hopefully, encourage us, praise us for achievements, celebrate with us. You grow up and half the time your declaration of "hey, I did a good job with," whatever, is met with an eye roll or variations of "oh, did you want a cookie?" I try to celebrate things, and if I hear something good, no matter how insignificant it might seem to most people, has happened for someone else, I congratulate them or cheer them on. It just sucks that I don't know more people who react the same way. This is true. I was super disappointed that in adult life I get constant "you did X wrong" work faster from management and never ever hear good work when I go above and beyond. And I discovered that's pretty typical for everyone, not just a shitty job. Probably that fact that I still feel like a kid, definitely don't have the sense of wisdom and maturity I expected. My dad always said the voice in your head never changes. You just get older. Edit, wow. I didn't know this would resonate with so many of you. I told my dad about this and you all really made him smile. Thank you for that. And thank you for my first silver and gold. Smile. I wish your dad told that to everyone. I know I would have benefited from it. The sheer amount of bureaucracy involved in everything. Forms. They're everywhere. Form fillers. That's how they get you. Anything you want to do in life, you've got to fill out a form. They've got forms for everything. You fill it out, T goes upstairs, and then they make you fill out a new form, just to confirm it was you who filled out the first form. And if you ever want to stop filling out forms, well, there's about 5 different forms for that. The first time I got an ear infection so bad that it gave me vertigo. I made it to the bathroom before I threw up but missed the toilet, and I couldn't just crawl back into bed and sleep it off. I had to clean it up first, because there was nobody there to clean it up for me. Not having someone to help you when you're sick really sucks. Burying dad, had to take charge but had mom and brother to take the strain and share the process. Burying mom. On my own, no family to help. Going through all mom's belongings, and realizing that I'm the only one left that these trinkets mean anything to. That they'll end up in the bin when I'm gone. Realizing I'm an orphan, on my own in my adopted country. A day later, I'm amazed at how many people took the time to reach out. I know we're never truly alone, but so many stories, offers of friendship or help. What an amazing community spirit. Heartfelt thanks to all of you who responded. I hope you find peace. I'm sorry for your losses. Knowing as I get older, so are my parents. I'm barely 23 and I can't imagine losing my parents. Edit, thank you for my first gold and silver. I'm reading through the comments, and to all those who've lost their parents too soon, I'm terribly sorry for your loss. I was 23 when my dad died. I'm 30 now and I'm still rocked by it. His birthday was yesterday and I spent an hour watching scenes from his favorite movies on YouTube. Loneliness. The depressing monotony of working the same job day after day. It hurts my soul for reals. The other day I was in the break room with my coworker and boss. I looked out the window and to be funny I said, "Teresa, whole world out there," but we all felt the struggle of being stuck inside all day. Also, coworker and I saw in our pay stub the total number of hurrah we had been at the office. We wanted to cry lol. Here's some real depressing math for you. Every 4.2 years you're employed full-time, you will spend 1 continuous year working, not including the time spent commuting or getting ready for work. Doesn't even sound that bad, but there is also 1/3 of your life where you just sleep. So it's basically half of your life working.